Linda Brown. And you know, let me tell y'all, I cannot say enough about this young lady. And if y'all heard me Sunday, you guys know how I feel about her. And if you didn't, see, it's just hard to have someone to be the host giving the presentation and look as good as she look and have the knowledge that she have. And she have a twin that look just as good. And you're gonna hear from her later on tonight. But we got two doctors on the call tonight. And the doctor tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all, she's been to the famous school of John Maxwell. So when you hear her speak tonight, she's been on stage with him. And I want to tell you this again. She has more degrees than a thermometer, but when you meet this young lady, you won't even know it. You won't think so because she don't walk around and say, I got a PhD. I have 3 master degrees. She don't say that. She just say, hi, how you doing? Let me check your blood to tell you what you need, because a lot of times we don't know what we need. So I'm not gonna keep on talking about her. I just want to let y'all hear from this great human being out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Dr. Linda Rorter Brown. Come on down, doctor.
Oh boy, oh boy. Mr. Banks, Mr. Banks. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm excited as usual. Anytime I get a chance to share this amazing opportunity. As you can hear, my voice is still a little out of control because I have been doing this every night this week almost. And we had a great meeting Sunday night, Mr. Banks. That was awesome. Thank you for having me as your guest speaker. But tonight I'm going to share with our guest, and those have been with us for a while. I'm going to go over an amazing, amazing opportunity that was introduced to me in November 2011. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I'm going to tell you, I'm really heartbroken over the last couple of days because I've heard of several people that we've lost due to cancer. And I definitely want you to keep our brother Denson Taylor in prayer for the loss that him and his family just experienced. And it affected all of us because we've known that family for the last 20, I think Diane was 23 years, 2000, the year 2000. I met Denson and his lovely family. So you know, what we're talking about tonight is personal to a lot of people. I was diagnosed in 2011 and I had no signs and no symptoms. And I was so confused about cancer. I didn't know anything about it. But it took me by surprise because I didn't feel sick. Matter of fact, I probably felt healthier then than ever. And when I contacted Diane Chapman and told her what was going on, you know, her and Denson got on the phone with me and they shared with me this amazing company and their products. I drank the alkaline water and a few other products. And long story short, was able to avoid chemo radiation therapy and a whole lot of other challenges that came with that illness and the recovery, because the recovery itself is what causes major problems with individuals that have cancer. And, you know, we think about it, we think about how we are today. I mean, how different it was from back in the day and how society today is getting so sick, plagued with so much health crisis, a health crisis that's out of control. And diseases like heart disease, diabetes and cancer and obesity is on the rise. And a lot of people, including myself, ignored the fact that this can happen to me. Why would this happen to me? No one in my family has it. Why would I even think about it? And then to hear that I had it, you know, and I remember the day that they told me. I went to the hospital to get my regular mammogram. And, you know, the times I went before, I was able to leave out the front door the same way I came in, but I felt so bad for the women that were directed to another room. They couldn't go home right away. They were directed to another room. And they did that to me that day. They said, we need you to go into this other room because we need to do a sonogram. I had to go do additional tests because they saw something. And at that moment, you don't even, you're out of space. Your mind is out of space because now the day that you dreaded the possibility of you being directed to this other room is what I experienced that day. Why would it happen to me? And they've loaded me up with so many medication and prescription drugs, and not one of them have fixed me, cured me, or anything. And I know a lot of you have experienced that. If you're on high blood pressure medication, they expect you to be on it for the rest of your life, and other medications. Prescription drugs aren't necessarily the answer. And I believe, as I've been involved with the company and have studied and researched as much as I can, that the quality of our water is so bad that it's causing so many illnesses. And we're going to talk about that. And it's got to the point where we're just exhausted. We're tired. It's just like we've been beaten down physically, emotionally, financially. And it's time for us to get our lives back. Band together, because according to the Center for Disease Control, things aren't even better. They say heart disease is the #1 killer in the world. 1 in 3 people right now have high blood pressure, unmanaged high blood pressure. And the only way some people find out they have heart disease or any type of coronary imbalance is through a heart attack or a stroke. Then they said cancer, #2 killer in the world. 1 in 4 people, they say 1 in 4 women and 1 in 3 men are diagnosed with cancer today. A lot of people don't even know they're walking around with it because there's little or no symptoms whatsoever when it comes to cancer. How scary is that? But this is even more personal to me. My mom, they say the 3rd killer in this world is prescription drugs, legal drugs that you get from a doctor you trust, you feel you could trust. And they gave her 800 pills that went in her body every single month to the point that it induced dementia. And, we lose roughly 250,000 of our loved ones each year to prescription drugs, legal drugs, 3rd leading cause of death in the United States and in Europe. And around half of those died from taking it the way they were told to take it. And by 2030, they say it's going to even be worse. Obesity, 1 in 3 are suffering with obesity. It's all around. 68% of adults, 33% of the children are obese in America today. It's a huge epidemic. It's also related to over 20 illnesses, including heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. And like I said before, as far as the year 2030, the world's going to be out of control. The United States of America is going to be out of control. More than 50% of the states will be considered obese. So what is going on? What is the challenge that's causing this? It's what we eat and what we drink. We eat processed and fast foods. We eat animal products. We eat genetically altered fruits and vegetables. We eat fruits without seeds. That's a problem right there, because everything that is created by God has come from a seed, but it causes us to be acidic and dehydrated. So this is a logarithmic scale. And I learned about this all through the last 12 years that I've been involved with this company. This is my partner right now. These are partners. People on this call are partners with me for life. We learned so much. We learned that our blood has to be at 7.365. 7 days, 365 days of the year is the best way to remember what your pH should be for optimal health, or higher. Minimum is 7.365. Slightly alkaline. Anything below that, you could die. Simple cup of coffee. I want you to pay attention to these numbers because I'm going to show you something in a minute. Simple cup of coffee, 4.0, could cause you catastrophic illness because it's below neutral on the pH scale. Soda, 2.8. Diet soda, 1.5. Sickness, acidic foods, drinks, emotional stress, weight gain is all related to this, because the cells of a healthy body are alkaline while the cells of a diseased body is acidic. So if you don't drink coffee and you don't drink sodas, well, we eat highly acidic foods. All the meats on the chart, everything I like is in the red. everything. I like all the meats, the cheeses, the cashews, and pumpkin seeds. I mean, that right there is considered pretty much an Atkins diet or a keto diet where they eat more proteins and more cheeses and things like that, because most of that is zero carbs. So a lot of people flock to that. And just think about it, that's the most highly acidic foods that you can eat. And then mildly acidic is your flour and your rices, your white and brown rice, your bacon and some fish and all your almonds and pecans and so on. Still mildly acidic. Neutral is your dairy products. But you know, my naturopathic professional doctor that I went to just make sure that I could prevent this illness from coming back in my body, she gave me the 80-20 principle. And she said, eat highly acidic food, highly alkaline foods at the rate of 80% and 20% of your acidic foods. Balance your pH that way, because the cells of a healthy body are alkaline. The symptoms associated with chronic dehydration and acidity are your high blood pressure, your diabetes, your cancer, low energy levels, weight gain, premature aging, arthritis, gout, acid reflux, migraine headaches, back pain, insomnia, stress, anxiety, depression, and even high cholesterol levels, just to name a few. So the experts laid it out for us over the years. Nobel Prize winners, Dr. Arthur Guyton, probably the most recognized author on human physiology, states that in his textbook of medical physiology that first steps is maintaining health is to alkaline the body. Have a balance between your alkalinity and your acidity, because the cells of a healthy body are alkaline while the cells of a diseased body is acidic. Otto Warburg, 1931 Nobel Prize winner. He discovered that cancer cells will grow and thrive in an acidic environment and cannot survive in an alkaline environment. He believed that most cancer was preventable and thought that chemicals added to food and used in agriculture could cause tumors by interfering with respiration. Now, 1931, and they knew this. Do you know there's the Warburg effect that they work on, they're studying right now? That's where I got most of this information, because I'm still studying, I'm still trying to learn and grow. Dr. Linus Pauling said you could trace every sickness, illness, and disease to a mineral deficiency. And he also said, provided one has the correct level of vitamin, mineral, and nutritional input, the body can overcome disease. This is vital information. Just imagine if so many people knew this before. And research has proven that we're thirsty. We are thirsty, and we cannot treat thirst with medication. The books are out there on the shelves for you to read. Your body many cries for water. You're not sick, you're thirsty. Women's First magazine, 90% of American women are clinically dehydrated no matter how much water they drink, because most water is too acidic to be fully absorbed into the cells. And that applies to both men and women. So water is the prime element responsible for our life. We are mostly water. 70% of our bodies are water. Some studies show 80%. But by the time you get to age 65, it can reduce as low as 45%. And minerals come from God's healthy water, period. And most people are dehydrated, mineral deficient, and acidic. So is the water you're drinking damaging your health? Well, according to ewg.org/tap water, the water is loaded with life-threatening elements. Write that website down and put in your zip code, because in mine, there's 8 contaminants that cause cancer. And studies show that chlorine and other contaminants found in tap water can increase your risk for heart attack or heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. Reader's Digest, this came out in 2011. When we first came on board, we read this article where they said you could find in the water rocket fuel, pesticides, birth control pills, arsenic, and all kinds of stuff. And if you say, well, I don't drink tap water. Well, if you drink it outside your house, at a restaurant, maybe they give you tap water. But your children and your grandchildren, they drink from water fountains. And you know, they might not be as health conscious as you are. So you have to instill in them, just like you instill generational wealth, you got to instill generational health. You got to educate your family. Well, what about bottled water? Well, it's a marketing scam. Most brands come from the same public source as tap water. It's proven to be acidic and harmful. And the plastic bottles, the petroleum in the bottles leaches contaminants into the water. So the same thing we're trying to get away from, it does, it dehydrates the body. It's empty to dead water. It's acidic. Well, actually, when you drink it, it is acidic, but you still remain acidic, dehydrated, mineral deficient, and prone to sicknesses and diseases at mass proportions. So sodas and bottles water are acidic. Purified water could be 100 times more acidic than the body's optimum pH. And sodas are even up to 10,000 times more acidic. So what I want to do is I want you to remember this blue right here, 10. I want you to remember that. That is alkaline, that's highly alkaline. And that's where we want our water is to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing because I want to do a demonstration right here in the middle of this, right here. I'm not even going to wait to the end. And hopefully I'm on speaker view. Hey, everybody, LRB here, how you doing? Okay, so I got some tap water out of my sink here. And I want to show you with a little chlorine tester here. I got a tester kit right here. And I'm going to drop some of these in this tap water right quick. And if it turns the water yellow, you know you have chlorine in your water. EWG.org already confirmed it, but this right here can cause cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and so many other illnesses. And there's so many waterborne diseases in children. And a lot of children that drink this has major adult illnesses. They just don't have little illnesses, they have adult illnesses. So in my little, I love this, I got this from Zuma, okay? It holds my sachets right here. You can get it out your back office under the marketing things, I believe. But I take one of my sachets out there because I carry them in my purse in that little case there, and you shake it up, and look what it does. It gets rid of the chlorine. Is that something? People think I do magic, but that is magic. That is grace right there in this bottle. That is grace. And I'm going to prove it to you. So some people divert to bottled water. Why? Because they assume it has a perceived health benefit. So I'm going to show you bottled water. And they say bottled water is tap water. So I'm going to pour some of this bottled water in here, but I'm going to use a different tester. This test the level of pH in the water, right? So I'm going to put some of this in here, a couple of drops. And if it turns blue, it's healthy for us. But if it turns anything below that, it's acidic. Well, if you look at it good, it looks just like the tap water I just had, doesn't it? Well, we need to make this healthy. We need to take this bottled water and transform it into a healthy beverage. So I take the sachet, drop it in there, and let's see if we can raise the pH high enough so that our cells can avoid illness and disease. Isn't that powerful? Oh my God. Well, you know, I got some testimonies. I got phone calls, people saying the acid reflux is gone. Well, I'm gonna do a little demonstration. I'm gonna put some stuff back here on my table. Excuse me. I'm gonna bring over my little pot over here with my Diet Pepsi in here. And I'm gonna tell you, this right here is loaded with acid. And I'm gonna show you how, just like we remove the acid out of this soda, how it works on your body. But your body has to work hard to do this. Your body has to work hard to relieve the acid. And this is gonna show you just how hard your body has to work. Get my little towel over here because this is going to be special. So the only time you rip this open is if you have a bad case of acid reflux. You rip it open, you pour it on your tongue, it doesn't taste like anything. And then you just wash it down with some water, and guess what? It's going to get rid of the acid. Whoa, look at that. Wow, it's so high, I can't get it all on the camera. Look at that. Is that amazing or what? And look at what's the soda. That's what you pay for right there. That's sugar and water, okay? That's loaded with sugar and water. If you drink it right now, it is loaded with sugar and water. And while I have the camera going, I want to prove to you what I was talking about. This is a month's supply of my mother's medication. Imagine this going in your body every single month. There's no way in the world that your body can handle this. It induced dementia. So I'm going to go back to my presentation here. Bear with me. I'll stop sharing. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen here. And we're going to finish the presentation. That's right, your liver does shut down. Okay, hold on here. All right. So remember the chart. Remember I told you to remember the blue. All right. So when we put the pH tester in the bottled water, it transformed it into a healthy beverage and it turned the water blue. And we register right about 9.9 or 10. But before I go there, I did a little bit more research on Dr. Arthur Guyton, because he was talking about how the cells of a healthy body are alkaline, and the cells of a diseased body actually is below a pH of 7 and acidic. And the more acidic the cell, the sicker we become. If the body cannot alkalize the cells, they will become acidic, and thus disease sets in. And most cells will die in the 3.5 pH range. Remember, I told you to remember the coffee was 4.0, but the soda was 2.8, and most cells will die. Now, Dr. Chapman and myself, we do blood microscopy, and we look at cells all the time, and we see this on a daily basis. But our bodies produce acid as a byproduct of normal metabolism. But since our bodies do not manufacture alkalinity, we must supply the alkalinity from an outside source to keep it from becoming acidic and dying. And Zuma's X2O product is that outside source. It's a tea bag-like sachet that transforms any water in alkaline water. It actually adds over 70 organic trace minerals. It restructures the water molecule so it can get into your blood. It hydrates you on a cellular level. It strengthens your immune system. It detoxifies you on a cellular level. It cleans the kidneys, intestines, and liver naturally, combats arthritis, regulates blood sugar, anti-aging, disease prevention, regulates your appetite, and helps promote weight loss. It nourishes, strengthens, and cleans and removes waste. And then I found out this other little nugget that no doctor, scientist, or wise man could ever develop a dietary supplement that contains all the minerals in the proper forms and proportion for optimum absorption. But guess what? That is why we really love Extreme X2O, because it actually does that. I'm gonna turn over this bottle of Dasani here, and I'm gonna show you when you drop that sachet in there, you see the minerals actually floating in that water. That is what they're talking about. That actually gets into your blood cells and gives you a healthy body. So let's go back to our logarithmic scale. We're at 9.9 on the alkalinity scale, sometimes even 10, because this sachet, the inside of that sachet comes from actually Okinawa, Japan, from below the ocean bed. It's coral reefs that's been harvested. But you know, we get so exhausted and tired from all of the health challenges that we have, especially if you're on medication. Some of the medication, even just the foods and beverages we eat that make us so acidic, we start losing brain power. We have memory loss, forgetting things like keys and wallets, where we put them, difficulty concentrating, lack of focus, lack of motivation, extreme low energy, can't perform mentally, and so on and so on. But Zuma has a product called Focus Up, and it's the world's first pure energy think drink. It improves everything from physical energy. It boosts your energy for hours. Focus and productivity, improves mental performance, alertness, concentration, memory, mood. It's made of natural ingredients, and you hear everybody saying it takes you from black and white to high definition in minutes. You'll feel it within 15 minutes. And how many people do you know who drink coffee and energy drinks and energy shots just to get through the day? If you give them this, I talked to somebody the other day who let somebody have some of theirs, and they came back for more. They were like, what is in that? Because it doesn't give you the jitters. It's just a natural progression of energy, because it's cognitive brain health. It actually wakens the brain till you get natural energy. Seniors feel younger. Students are acing their grades. It's amazing. And then if you want to take it to another level, you can add our Revital Mind to boost overall brain function as well. We have Blast for children that boost their immune system. The kids come home from school, daycare, elementary school with all kinds of illnesses, from pink eye to ringworm to all kinds of things that they catch from school. And this Blast is loaded with nutrients and all the mushrooms that we need for our bodies. This lion's mane and shiitake mushrooms and the reishi and all the good nutrients that looks like it's for kids, but I added to the Focus Up for my own health benefit. It's amazing. Gut health is the buzz right now. Everybody's buzzing about gut health. And, it is related to a lot of illnesses as well. We have a product called Zion 365 that if you look at the label and see what's in that, you'll be blown away just with that alone. So it just goes on and on. Zuma has probably over 30 products now, but the next product I'm going to talk to you about is just as powerful as the X2O water. It's another miracle from the sea. And what it does is it helps what they're talking about here in Time Magazine, inflammation, and how it is linked to heart attacks, cancer, Alzheimer's, and other diseases. It's the root of most diseases, they say. So Cardiozyme is a breakthrough discovery for cardiovascular health and inflammation control. It reduces inflammation, it lowers bad cholesterol, raises good cholesterol. Over 35 million is invested in clinical research. Powerful, powerful product. Another miracle from the sea, they call it. You partner with that with joint health. If you have any kind of joint pain from tendons, ligaments, cartilage, muscle, connective tissues, and bones, joint health is powerful. You notice it in the first bottle. And I have family members that order it. That's what they want the most is the joint health, because we're all seniors at this point, okay? Life Source, premium quality multivitamin. You compare this label to label to everyone else. It impacts biological aging systems like the brain health, eye health, cellular integrity, and blood sugar chemistry. Life Source is a powerful multivitamin that is second to none. But anybody you know that has a fear of cancer, has cancer, is dealing with cancer, ellagic acid is one of the most powerful products that Zuma has, because so many people need this right now. And it has no side effects whatsoever, promotes apoptosis in cancer cells with no harmful effects to normal cells, which is mostly important. It works specifically on soft tissue cancer sites such as breast, esophagus, skin, colon, prostate, pancreas, lung, as well as melanoma and leukemia. I circled that because that's vital information right there. And we have another product called Silvermax. Look at the list of things that Silvermax works with. My family's, everybody got the liquid and the topical gel. Boosts the immune system, also helps in this season of sinuses and allergies. And it's just powerful. I have a friend that gave it to their granddaughter, and she had such a bad case of eczema. It cleared it up. She wouldn't even wear skirts or pants, and now she wears shorts because it has cleared it up, even the discoloration of her skin. So people have so many testimonies from these products. And one of the biggest testimonies out here that's obvious that you can't even miss is our Metabolize system. You partner with that with our X2O water, powerful. The AM pill works on the metabolism during the day. The PM pill works on the thyroid while you're sleeping. The protein shakes throughout the day, never miss a meal, drink a shake, and you'll start seeing major results, just like Ronnie Webb, who lost over 120 pounds in less than a year. And then Dave Thomas, look at his progression from 2011, he was over 300 pounds. And just in April, he was down to 243. And he used the X2O Focus Up in the Metabolize system. I lost 107 pounds, and I did that as well with X2O Focus Up in the Metabolize system. And so many others have used the product. It's amazing the outcome and the reaction that people have had to the products that Zuma Worldwide has. And on top of that, we show you how you can earn it enough money to get it for free. I mean, you can earn your way there. And not only the products, because health rates right up there with oxygen, okay? But also there's financial security. People have dreams they want to explore. They want time to even do the dreams. And then they not only want, but they need money, and they need a car that is reliable. Well, Zuma puts us in position for all of that because they're in front of the right trends. Water right now is most of the people in America drink more water than any other beverage. Bottled water is a $50 billion worldwide industry. Americans consume over 1,500 bottles of water every single second. Health and wellness, trillion-dollar industry. People want to be well. And then you have relationship marketing, direct sales, the best form of free enterprise. Some of us been in here 40 years, 41 years. July, this month is my anniversary in network marketing. 41 years. I started when my oldest daughter was born, and I'm giving my age, but it generates over 150 billion in annual sales and over 33 billion in the US alone. Over 91 million people earn income through direct sales worldwide and have been doing so for decades. Why not be a part of that? And it's so easy now because we have the internet. We have access to so many resources and so many people that are looking for what we have today. And Zuma pays 8 different ways. There's 8 ways that you can earn money with this company. Fast start bonuses, direct sales, team commissions, executive pay matches, general pay matches, luxury car bonus, leadership bonus pool, just to name a few. But rapid rewards is my favorite. You know why? Because if you master that, all the rest of them is automatic. They come automatic. So all you have to do is invest in you. That's it. Invest $100 a month in you. Get your products for free by taking care of your health. And you know what? You do that every single month. And like I said on Sunday's call, that most people spend $100 in snacks in their pantry. I bet you if you open the pantry in so many homes, people already spend that much on things that's causing them problems that they don't even know. $100 a month in your health. You deserve it. And you do that and share it with 4 other people, you're going to earn enough to get it free. But then when they do the same exact thing that you did, share it with 4 people they know, care, love, their ride or die friends, their family members, people that say, yes, I want a piece of this. I want to help people. I can invest $100. I will redirect funds to make this happen, because in the beginning, that's what I had to do. But you're going to earn $500 a month with just 20 people using better quality water. Just 20. And all you do is find 4 and they get 4. And it's been proven to work. This form right here is in our back office. My friend Kathy came on board out of Pembroke, North Carolina. Kathy brought in her sisters, and they were her first 4, and her cousin Tori. And I'm gonna tell you, they blew it out of the park, okay? Nancy brought in her 4. Arlene brought in her children and her husband, Pastor Brian, and their mom and their brother Darnell, and Teresa brought in some friends and family, and so did Tori. Tori was one of the hottest recruiters we had when she first came on board, and probably still is. But you know, we duplicate that 4 by 4. 4 by 4, it earns you $500 a month. This is one way we get paid now out of 8. And that money comes over and over, month after month after month, every time these people invest in their health. How powerful is that? So it's just the power of duplication. You start with your 4 people, you make $100 to $125 a month. Remember, your investment in you is $100. And then those 4 do the same thing. Now you got 16 people, a total of 20 really, and you're making that $500 a month rapid rewards. Those 16 do the same thing. You're making 1,000 and so on and so on. You get up to 15 to 20,000 a month by just duplicating a system. And you know what? I talk so much about the products in my presentation. And the reason why I do that is because if people take care of their health and feel better, they'll invest. And that's the most important part of this company, is the products. But guess what? The money comes naturally. You don't even have to worry about it. This company is 30 years old. That's the president, CEO, Ron Howell right there. Debt-free company, 40,000 square foot facility out in Hampton, Virginia, and in over 65 countries. We are going to be there August 3rd and 4th. And I'm going to put the announcement out right now. I will be doing blood analysis Thursday night and all day Friday. And if you want to get your blood done, I think you have to contact the home office and put in a reservation. And it's going to be first come, first serve. So if you want your blood analysis done, contact the home office and they'll get you signed up. But this company right here put us in position to change the health of a generation. When I got on board in 2011, they were A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau, and they had no complaints. I tested it again a couple of weeks ago when I first came on a couple of Tuesdays ago. guess what? You can look it up yourself. A+ rating. This business has 0 complaints. 12 years later, the same rating, 0 complaints. So what I want to do is I want to go to some of the people that I have shared this with, and then I also want to go to the people that shared it with me. So I'm first going to call Dr. Diane Chapman to come on board. I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen so you can see their beautiful faces as they come on. So Dr. Diane Chapman, unmute yourself and share with people how these products have helped you and your family.
I actually moved. I had a client that just came in, but I brought the computer with me, Linda. So, but at any rate, let me just share this. The presentation that you've done so far tonight has just been stellar. We didn't expect anything else because that's exactly what you did last Tuesday. And I want to just kind of thank all of the guests that are on tonight looking at this for the first time, because when we all looked at this, there was a first time. Everybody that's here tonight looked at this for a first time. And for me, when I got started on these products, I was so grateful to Denson Taylor for sharing these products with me. They changed my entire life, my family life, and so many other people. For me, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and the sachet with the minerals in it actually regulated my blood pressure. I was given medication to take. I never took the medication. I didn't want to get stuck on high blood pressure medicine, but I probably should have been taking it, but I didn't. And I just thank God for his grace and his mercy, because I never had to take it. Once I got a hold of these products almost 12 years ago. In addition to that, my family with the Focus Up, you guys, I had a son that graduated a semester early from the University of South Carolina. I have another son that was diagnosed with ADHD. And I'm gonna tell you, the Focus Up product makes the difference of night and day with his studies, his focus, his concentration. He just finished his first year of college, be returning in a month, going into his sophomore year. It's amazing how the time just flies. My husband is an investment advisor for local banks here in Florence, and he covers a lot of banks and from towns and the cities that are around Florence, South Carolina. And there would be always an evening or two, maybe 3, that he would be traveling maybe an hour, hour and a half away, going from one branch to the other. And he would call and say, I am so tired, Diane. I think you might want to stay on the phone with me this evening, because it's just like I've been fighting. Mm-hmm. And when he got a hold of the Focus Up products, and it took him from black and white to high definition, and just made the difference in just his whole life. He doesn't go a day without his Focus Up. I always tease, I said, Ron would be the one with a flashlight in the daylight looking for you if he gave out a Focus Up. It'd be somebody gotta be around with some Focus Up. And I take it every day as well. And I'm gonna tell you, the Cardiozyme is another product that I support. Just lowering bad cholesterol, as Linda talked about, and the good. Ron has his own auto ship where he spends for his powder, his Focus Up, and his Cardiozyme. And it's just wonderful just to see our children, the immediate family, and so many friends that are so appreciative for these products. So thank you, and for allowing me, Linda, to share my testimony, and back to you.
All right, thank you, Diane. So now I'm going to bring on Mr. Ken Davis. I always bring Ken on because Ken's been with us about the same amount of time. And Diane, it has been 12 years, June. We were in 12 years. We made 12 years in June. But Mr. Ken Davis, open up your mic, sir.
I'm open. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Absolutely. I want to welcome Annetta Edwards. She's on your picture to the call tonight. I missed you Sunday night, but I was helping this lady get involved. So she's here tonight, and I want everybody to just welcome her. So my story goes back almost 12 years ago. You showed up at my house October the 18th of 2011. I had walking pneumonia. I think you had text my wife about 10 times or something. I don't know. I'll let you tell that part. But anyway, I had walking pneumonia. Ladies and gentlemen, my body was a wasteland. When I mean a wasteland, you know, doctors tell you to drink plenty of fluids. Fluids will not hydrate you. It has to be this water. Because I was drinking water, soda, coffee, juice, tea, all the stuff that you talked about. And got so dehydrated that walking pneumonia set in. I went to the doctor 3 times, 3 months, August, September, October. And each time I got off Levaquin, it came back. 4 days after consuming this water, walking pneumonia took a walk out of my life. I haven't had to deal with that since. I haven't feel good. Work out 4 or 5 days a week now. I am 74 years young. Blood pressure regulated inside of 12 days of being on the water. Blood pressure, blood sugar came down from 7.5 to 6.2. My LDL on the Cardiozyme product you talk about right now, my LDL is 52. Ladies and gentlemen, there is not a drug that can lower your LDL to 52. I got John Banks even beat Linda on my LDL. But anyway, it is a wonderful product. Thank you so much for this opportunity tonight and allow me to share. And I've been through it. I've had one other thing I want to tell you, I did have COVID back in 2020 before there was any medication out there, shots. I never ended up in the hospital. I know it was the water. I know it was the Cardiozyme, the Berry Balance. I know it was those 3 products that kept me out of the hospital. And never, ever had a oxygen level lower than 91. So these products are amazing, but you have to consume them. They won't do you any good sitting on the shelf. Thank you. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Ken. And Ken, you look amazing. I can see how the products have worked
Yes,
for you, and you look amazing, sir. All
Thank
right, I'm gonna see if I can get one of our new members, Marvelous Mary. Are you out there? See if you
Yes,
can-
I'm here, right here.
All right, Marvelous Mary.
Howard?
Call her Marvelous Mary. Share your testimony with everybody tonight, please.
Yes, I am just excited to be on these products. I suffered with reflux terribly. And after consuming the products, reflux went away. We didn't even realize it was gone until one day I missed taking my Tums and realized that we hadn't had Tums and bought Tums. Once they ran out, we hadn't bought Tums, I don't know, since it's been over a year now. And the other piece is that my high blood pressure is coming down. My was on 2 different medications, and now I'm down to just 1 medication, only 5 milligrams, and I'm working to get off of that. My husband's numbers as a diabetic, his numbers have been improving. We are just excited. Inflammation is going away. I stand by these products, and I'm just so excited. Thank you, Dr. LRB, for introducing this program and these products to us, and we are eternally in your debt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, well, thank you so
I'm
much,
sorry, I
Mary.
forgot to come off a camera. Come on camera.
There you go. Look at you.
Here I am. All right.
All right, dear. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Banks, do you have a few people that would like to share tonight?
Well, you know, I always have a few individuals that I want to share. And I saw Lucille Bennett on early tonight, and I was looking for her, but I don't see her. Kidney.
I'm here, John.
Well, then sound off. Let us hear what the products have done for you.
Hello,
Go ahead.
everybody. I love these products. Back in 2017, I had a kidney stone. I had 2 surgeries. And after they got the stone out, they told me that my kidneys, that I had to get on the list because they were not functioning. and I felt great. I called my brother. I was crying. I eat right. I do everything, but I'm taking all their medication because I had high blood pressure from 16 and I'm 75. It was 2017. I had been on all these water pills and all this medication that dehydrated my kidneys. So when I got on the product, it was just the X2O I did for 4 months, 4 to 5 months. I went back to the doctor. And that was the day they was going to put me on this. They said, well, we need you to come back. We need you to retest. So long story short, I came back and I did all the drinking of water, did everything you need to do. And they said, we're sorry that we frightened you. Your kidneys are working perfectly. So I can say I have been on the product since 2017 faithfully. My blood pressure down, my diabetes down, my cholesterol down, everything is good. And I am a teacher. I'm 75 and I'm still teaching school. And everybody keeps saying, your skin looks so good. What are you doing? I said, I hydrate myself with X2O. So I've got 2 people to go see about this because they say they took a picture with me standing by and they say, your skin. And I'm like, I said, and she said, look, you're glowing. And I'm not. So I might get a customer through that being hydrated. Thank you very much. And like I say, thank you, John. Thank you, Linda. And I love your presentation.
Thank you, dear. So John, do you have anybody else? Or would you like to share your testimony, sir?
Well, you know what? I want to give Julia Butsy out of Augusta, Georgia, if she would unmute, and if not, I will. But she was a heart patient. So I want to hit those areas that you talked about, Linda. Julie, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Lima Charlie, I'm sorry, loud and clear, Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I thank God every day for these products because I was really struggling in 2016 when I went to the doctor and I thought I had allergy because I've always suffered with what I thought was allergy. And when I went to the allergy, I told my doctor, you know, you got to do something because this allergy is killing me. And she went through some tests and she sent me to get an x-ray. When I came back to her office, she said, you know, have you had a heart attack? And that stunned me because I said, I don't think so. And she said, I want you to see the cardiologist today. I went to the cardiologist and he checked me and he said, I need you at Heart and Vascular today. So that was from 8 o'clock that morning to 5 o'clock. I checked in at Heart and Vascular in Augusta. The next morning, he brought by a surgeon and explained some things to me that my heart was just about to stop. And I did not know it all happened so suddenly. And when he said, okay, we've already scheduled the operating room tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And it was a nightmare for me. So that morning, they operated on me and I was in the hospital for I came out on the 7th day. Needless to say, I came out on a walker and oxygen. And he explained everything to me and what was going on and what was happening, why this was and why that was. And I won't go into all that in the sake of time. But I struggled and I prayed. And at my follow-up visits, the doctor kept telling me I needed a defibrillator. I needed a defibrillator. And I watched a movie. I looked at the actual product. And no, I don't want that. I don't want it. But you need it. Your heart is so weak. You need that. I said, no, I don't want it. So needless to say, I got invited about 3 months later to a Zuma presentation. I knew nothing about Zuma, had never heard about it, didn't know nobody that used it. So when I got to the restaurant, I thought my district president, Ron Howard, had invited me to this presentation. And when I got there, I didn't see Reverend Howard, but I saw another Howard, and he's the one that invited me. So Tim Dominic did the presentation, and as he went through the 3 flagship products, the X2O, the Focus Up, the Cardiozyme. I said, oh Lord, I need both of these. I need everything. Well, when I got back home, I told my husband about it, and he said, oh my Lord, here you go again. And I thought about that, but I was still struggling. I was still suffering. So I slipped and ordered it. And at the same time, and after I had taken it for almost 2 weeks, I felt better. I didn't need the oxygen to sleep in anymore. I would wake up with my husband trying to put the oxygen back in my nose. I would leave my walker in the hallway and go to the kitchen. He was running behind me with the walker. You're going to fall. Da, 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 da. So I kept going, and I said, I don't need it anymore. So finally, my cardiologist had gotten tired of me refusing. So he wanted me to go and take a test. I had even doubled up on the Cardiozyme especially. And I need you to go and take a test. So I went and I got these tests done, these tests that he wanted me to get done. And come to his office at 9 o'clock after the test. When I went to his office and he read the test, he said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. Your heart has really improved. Right now, we don't need to talk about a defibrillator. That was a latter part of 2016 when I started. And when I got the word from him that I did no longer need a defibrillator, that was in early February of 2017. I have been on these products ever since, and I tell everybody that will listen about these products because I feel a divine obligation to share because of what they have done for me. Thank you, Mr. Banks.
I tell you right now, that is outstanding. And ladies and gentlemen, it's some more, but I'm going to save them for Thursday night because I want you to go out and invite people to come back. And we got a lupus testimony that you must invite your friends to. And we have a person who lowered their A1C from 12 all the way down to 6.2. Now just bring them back.
John.
Bring them back.
Excuse me, John, before you finish, I have one more testimony and then I'm gonna let you close it out.
I'm gonna turn it back to you, Linda.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I got one more testimony.
Go ahead, girl.
Mr. Ernest Fleming, are you out there, sir? Mr. Ernest Fleming. Unmute yourself.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Oh,
now.
I'm in a bad area, so if I'm not, you can't hear me that clearly. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I just wanted just a short testimony. I'm on the X2O and I'm also taking the Focus Up, and between the Focus Up and the X2O, and I mix a little blast with it. They got the strawberry lemonade. Boy, I will fight for somebody to mess with my drink. I love those drinks. I put them all in one container and I just drank them down. My blood pressure is stabilized. I'm getting energy. Everything is doing lovely. So I'm telling everybody, get you some X2O, get you some Focus Up, and get you some of that strawberry lemonade blast, because it's a blast. Thank you for letting me say something.
All right, Ernest, thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Banks, you can close us out now, sir.
I tell you, I don't want to get close because I don't want to get whipped, man. She'll fight. No, Linda, but I just want everybody to know. I see someone got their hand up, Linda.
Well, you need to show your face too. Okay, let me see who has their hand up here. Let's see. Whoever has your hand up, you can go ahead and speak. I see a phone number. It's a phone number. I think she just spoke a few minutes ago.
I think so.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and close us out, sir.
Okay, well, we got that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, come back Thursday night. We have another great doctor, Dr. Diane Chapman. And as I was saying, we're going to bring the lupus patient on, and we're going to bring the young man who lowered his A1C from a 12 to 6.2. You want to hear that. So bring them back. and let them hear what the products have done for those individuals. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. And you know something? I can't even find my little cursor to let y'all see me. So I guess I must be in bad shape. You just gonna have to remember the voice. So with that, Linda, this is John Banks calling from Harker Heights, Texas. Looking forward to Thursday night.
All right, well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming on tonight. Make sure you join Thursday night with Dr. Diane Chapman. Also remember August 3rd and 4th in Hampton, Virginia. If you want to get certified as a hydration specialist, there's still some room available. There's also your hotel rooms are $69 a night. We got a booked hotel. So get in touch with the home office, call them, schedule your, get your tickets, and we'll see you August 3rd and 4th, and also sign up for your blood analysis. Thank you, John. Thank you, Diane, Dr. Chapman, and thank you all of the guests that shared tonight and who attended. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Thank you.
Have a great evening, everyone.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.